With over 1.4 million sold in India, the Dzire is the crown king and emperor of the sub 4 meter subcompact sedan segment. And here is the new one. Priced from 5,45,000 rupees to 9,41,000 rupees, the new Dzire is slightly pricier than the last one, so let's see if it is worth that extra money. Straight off, the new Dzire is the best one yet when it comes to exterior design. The new large grille with the chrome surround accentuates the wider body, and the LED headlamps and daytime running lights on the Z Plus variants add a premium touch. The new Dzire also has the same front-end look of the new upcoming Swift hatch, but unlike the older Dzires, that's where the similarities end. The A-pillar is a lot more angular, and the overall profile is a lot more sculpted to give the Dzire a purpose-built sub 4 meter sedan look. And that brings us to the boot. For a change, the boot does not look like a botched up copy-paste job, but with its well-placed curves, it actually does look quite nice. LED tail lamps too come as standard on all models. The Dzire also gets a set of 15-inch wheels as standard, steel ones on the lower variants, and these diamond cut ones on the top spec cars. The Maruti Suzuki has gone a little upmarket with the interior on the new Dzire, but there are still little bits and pieces that remind us of the older car. Overall, you still get the top of the dashboard in dark grey, you still get the bottom in beige, and overall the car still has this sort of beige interior look. The biggest attraction in the Dzire though is of course the center console, which is finished in this lovely gloss black shade. Mind you though, that is prone to fingerprint marks. Now, the center console itself has a touchscreen, and this particular version has navigation. It also has Apple CarPlay, and it gets Android Auto. The front seats are quite comfortable and supportive and offer 20 mm more shoulder room than before. The rear seats comparatively offer 30 mm more shoulder room and 55 mm more leg room. You also get a rear AC vent along with flip down armrests with cup holders. Most popular one on the Dzire in the last two generations, and we're guessing with this new third generation that sort of trend stays the same. It's still the 1.3 litre DDIS motor, which makes 74 bhp and 190 Newton meters of torque, and it's still got that fun little peppy car characteristic. It does feel quite sprightly, but yes, there is a slight hint of turbo lag when you're at a higher gear at a slower speed. With the lesser weight of this new platform, the car now delivers 28.4 kilometers per litre, which makes it the most fuel efficient car in the country. And that of course is great news for all of us Indians who love boasting about our fuel efficiency figures. The new generation Dzire also gets a 5-speed AMT option with the diesel engine, just as the last generation did. The diesel engine and the AMT gearbox make a great pair, and there's very little lag between the shifts when driving normally. Floor the throttle a little more and the car does tend to have a bit of lag, but it is definitely something you can live with. The petrol engine is also the same 1.2 litre K12 unit that makes 82 bhp and 113 Newton meters of torque. As always, the engine does feel slightly underpowered sometimes, but let it rev, and it is a buzzy little motor that offers as much fun as the diesel even without the turbo on it. The lower weight of this new car does seem to have made quite a difference. Now the petrol on the new Dzire also gets a 5-speed AMT option, which replaces the older and much slower 4-speed automatic on the last generation. Now this gearbox does not have a sport mode option, which some of the other manufacturers do put into their AMT units, which is a bit disappointing as it is a little slower than what we would have liked, considering the fact that this petrol engine does need a little coaxing sometimes. That said, in start and stop traffic, which again is what most people are going to use the Dzire in, it isn't bad. It isn't very slow or very laggy. In terms of safety, Maruti has gone the extra step and made 2 airbags and ABS standard on all variants. The new B or hardtech platform that underpins the Dzire also meets future crash norms, which include offset norms and pedestrian safety regulations. And you get ISOFIX mounting as standard for your toddler's child seat too. The last generation was one of my favorite cars when it came to hitting a mountain road, and this one with the new platform is even better. It is lighter, which means the steering turn-in is a little more precise. Steering feedback, of course, is still as good, but it does have that balance between ride and handling that almost is perfect. So when you want to throw it around corners, you can do that, and then when you want to settle down and just enjoy the drive, especially with your family, considering the fact that this is going to be mainly a family car, it does that well as well. The new Dzire then is just a great all-round package. It looks nice, especially as compared to the older versions, is packed full of gadgets, and has the petrol and diesel engine or the AMT and manual gearbox, and in my opinion is quite well priced. Considering the car has thousands of bookings already, Maruti does have a sure shot winner here. And why not? In my personal opinion, if a sub 4 meter sedan is what you're really looking for, this is the best one out there.